Do we want to talk about the new spicy quarterback name that we picked today?
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
We drew a name out of hat today, and today's name was Gardner Minshew. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. It's a podcast. That makes sense. He's the wrong pick. He is the wrong pick for a backup. And let me explain why. I think he is a great backup quarterback option. The issue is I would have rather have Joe Flacco. I would have rather had Andy Dalton. And the reason, Gardner Minshew is a walking meme. Okay, that's what he is. He's a good-looking dude. He's got the hair. He's got the mustache. He's that dude. The issue with that is if Jimmy Garoppolo has like 4 bad games, let's just say the season starts and Garoppolo's not even bad. Let's just say he's average. Nobody is calling for Joe Flacco to start. Nobody's going to call for Andy Dalton to start. Gardner Minshew, though, you might slowly hear the rumbles of like, hey, Minshew might be better than this. And that in its own is an issue. I don't want a backup quarterback because Jason, we had to do it with Nick Mullins last year for 5 weeks. You don't want a backup who is you want to walk that line where he's good enough to step in when he's needed, but not good enough to when your quarterback's not performing well, you want him to start. And Minshew is too close to that. He might be a good look if Garoppolo starts out a little slow, and that's my issue with it. So I really just did a really long wraparound way of saying he'd be really good as a backup. He just might be too good.
So let me play devil's advocate, the other side. Some would say that's a good thing because there was never a time where Jimmy Garoppolo had to look over his shoulder at Nick Mullins or CJ Beathard. And not that he needs to look over his shoulder or anything like that. But there's nothing wrong with a little competition. I'll tell you this. If I'm playing a 7-year-old in chess or checkers, I'm going for the throat. You know why? I care about competition. That's just how I am. I'm gonna whip you. I'm gonna whip you bad. And so hopefully that gets the competitive juices going for him a little bit more. Not that he needs that. Not that that's something that he needs. But here's to your point. Gardner Minshew is a fine backup quarterback option. Fine. Like if you have to move to him, he's better than Nick Mullins. He's definitely better than Nick Mullins. I don't really have to belabor that point. But that's my thing is if this gives Jimmy Garoppolo a little bit of a push, why not? And also while giving yourself the security. I'm so tired of talking about backup quarterbacks. I swear on God, I've never spoken about what fan base obsesses about backup quarterbacks more than 49ers Twitter. Honestly, seriously, I hate it. I don't want to talk about backup quarterbacks anymore. Can we talk about the draft? Can we talk about anything? It's like, man, Joe Flacco's coming in for a visit. Everybody loses their mind. Gardner Minshew is being put into jerseys. Everybody's going crazy. I don't like talking about backup quarterbacks. I don't care.